student debt were a global economy, it would be the 12th largest economy in the world, edging out countries like Russia, Australia, and Spain. In the United States alone, 44 million citizens are currently holding $1.3 trillion in debt. Since student debt is the second largest consumer debt category in the United States, it's important to understand how it's gotten to where it currently is and where it's heading in the future. I'll first provide a description of the history of student loans in America, how that's led to the present, and then discuss how student loans will continue to play an important role in American society. So, to start off, it's important to know that student loans are nothing new in America, as they began almost 200 years ago. The first student loans were given to students attending Harvard in the 1840s, and these student loans were designed to make higher education more affordable and attainable. Nearly a century later, in the 1940s, directly after World War II, there was a substantial increase in the amount of students enrolled in college, from around 1.5 million to 2.4 million students. And there were several factors that led to this, but most notably, it was the introduction of the GI Bill. This surge in attendance led to more students needing access to affordable higher education. And this trend of student enrollment in college from 1870 to 1991 is exponential, and the stress was felt in the system in the 1980s when student debt had crept up to $10 billion, which was a substantial amount at the time. For reference, the last moon landing in Apollo 17 was $17.5 billion in the early 1970s. Furthermore, student debt per student has steadily increased into the 21st century. In 1993, the average student debt per student was about $9,000. By 2003, that amount had crept up to approximately $17,500, to where it currently is at $37,172 for the class of 2016. Part of the reason why student loans are increasing so much is because tuition is also increasing at a drastic rate. Over the course of 2 decades, from 1994 to 2014, tuition has increased by 110% for public universities. However, the national inflation over that same time period was only 60%. So why is tuition increasing so much? Well, most experts identify the competition surrounding colleges as the primary factor. When it comes time to apply to college, and prospective students can be persuaded by large sports teams and luxurious facilities and housing. And although these factors aren't necessary to their education, they can play a significant impact on the school that student chooses to attend. Furthermore, by evaluating trends, we can better understand how student loans will continue in America. Because student loans are becoming ever more prevalent in American culture, it's important to understand how they're going to impact us. In 1965, U.S. college enrollment had steadily increased alongside the population of Americans aged 18 to 24, as demonstrated by the graphics. Additionally, getting a degree has become a very efficient way of achieving a better life financially. For example, college graduates earn, on average, 56% more than their high school graduate counterparts, according to data compiled by the Economic Policy Institute. And besides an increase in income, there are also positive externalities associated with having an educated society, such as lower unemployment and an increase in a skilled market group, such as STEM jobs. However, there are also negative externalities associated with individuals getting a degree, which will lead to higher student debt, such as a reduction in spending, which can extend to the housing and auto markets. I hope that this information has been useful in explaining student debt in America. I've explained about the inception of student loans in America and how they've been impacting our education system for more than 200 years. Moreover, we dove into how student loans are currently impacting us and provided a possible reason why tuition is increasing as fast as it is. Lastly, I explained why student debt in America is going to continue to play an important role in the American society. So, next time you see a commercial for a college sports team, remember how that increase in tuition is also going to lead to an increase in student debt. Thank you.